On the live.
Shorty, I'm doing my show. I don't have time to talk about no damn coconut. So what you want to know?
I'm talking to myself.
What do you want to know? I know. I'm live.
Yeah. What size underwear?
And what, sneakers?
No, pants. I mean, like a shirt and pantsuit.
7'8".
Huh?
7'8".
7'8".
Yeah.
All right.
If you see a coat, snatch one for me.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Right.
What's inside?
Coconut water that you don't like. You be fronting on it. You be not want to drink it. And it's coconut water.
Do you drink it?
Yeah, I like coconut water.
Then I'll give it to you if I can.
I think you broke it. But don't. Yo, son.
Think I do. This would be easier since I cracked it. But that was sick.
Let me do my shot. You swallow it now.
Okay, I'll let you do it.
Yeah. Bella, I'm doing. Go upstairs. Go upstairs. Go ahead. Peace to the family. Peace to you and yours. Peace to you and yours. Welcome to another episode of Third Eye Thursdays. This is your host, Brother Red Pill, in the building, live and direct. How is the family doing on this wonderful Thursday evening? Salute, Islam, Hotep, Shalom, and all of those good things. What's happening was goody. You know what I'm talking about? Let me do let's roll call before we get into the festivities of the night. We're not gonna be here for super duper long. I'm actually gonna dip out when these niggas go live and have their verses. Yeah, Gucci Man and Jeezy. I'm in Atlanta. You know, I gotta oblige. You know, Little Rock is in the building. If you dropped your location when we first started the show, do it again, please. All right. Moore, Oklahoma. Hey, what's up, Moore, Oklahoma? Greensboro, always in the building. North Carolina, as y'all could see, is always in the building. You could purchase the album on theredsummer.com. Let me throw that up real quick. Theredsummer.com. Just go .com on them, and you go get the album, the physical copy. Chicago in the building. Rayford in the building. Seattle in the building. Louisiana in the building. Strong Island in the building. Philly in the building. Land of the Giants in the building. Nashville in the building. Chi-Town. South Central. KC. Seminole. What's happening? Dade County in the building. All right. What up, Mary? Yeah, Greensboro again. Dartmouth. Hinesville. North Brentwood. Harlem is in the building. New York is in the building. Cincinnati's in the building. Newark is in the building. Vegas in the building. ATL is in the building. KTL in the ATL. Shout out to all of my ATLians. Yeah, Mary, I see you. You going super hard for the 305. I see. Trinidad in the building. That's right. Okay, I see you, Karain. You out there. We going to Tulum in a little while. Harlem, Mississippi, Cleveland, Wildwood, Colorado. If there's anybody in the building, like let's say that Texas is in the building and you see more Texas in the building, y'all should link up and bring us out there. How about that? How about y'all network in these chat rooms and put a bag together and come and fly and flew us out. Get us flued out. I like to get flued out and do business, of course. You know what I'm saying? I like to get flued out and do business. I love you too. I like to get flued out before the lockdown happens. Please. You know, I don't know what's about to happen with the lockdown. I don't anticipate being in the house this winter. I'm in Atlanta, so as long as Keisha Bottoms, you know, keeps this shit open, then I would be in Atlanta. But the minute I hear that they about to close down Atlanta, I'm gonna find a way to get out of Atlanta. It's already Snake Plissken escaped from New York. Mine them already escaped from New York. I don't know if I wasn't even able to go back to New York to see my son on his birthday because they were like, if you fly into New York, we're gonna cotton swab you. Or they were talking some crazy shit the week of November 7th. And that's it's still bothering me because I've never missed my son's birthday. You know, you got mounds in Seminole, Florida. Seems like I need to make a trip down there then. You feel me? It seems like I need to make. Somebody is asking Cleveland, where you at? Now let me share something with y'all about the power of the roll call and the power of the network linking up, right? As long as you're a respectful individual and you don't have demons that you are not that are beating you up. Yeah, I'm gonna be in PR on December the 12th and the 13th, and I might stay to the 21st. So yeah, I would love for you to be there, Karain, if you could pull up. But yeah, if you're in a city and you see somebody in this chat room and they're in the same city as yours, and you're a respectful person, meaning that, you know, to be in a conscious community, you don't have to be respectful because you could be going through some shit. So you could come into this community completely jacked up. You could be an asshole. You could be fighting demons. You even could be possessed by a demon or two. You know what I mean? Because I done seen a few exorcists take place up in this bitch. Look at this. Look how the ancestors are working through nature. Bella. Bella. My daughter loves ladybugs. And it's like nighttime where I'm at. So I don't know what the hell a ladybug is doing in this I'm in the basement. I don't know what a ladybug is doing in the basement with me, but lo and behold, a ladybug popped up. So I gotta show my daughter this because she's gonna be very elated. Bella! We got ladybug. I'm trying to get him to crawl on me. He's right here. See him? I hope this nigga don't bite. But a ladybug, I mean, to me, that's significant. I don't know if it means anything to anybody else, but me and my daughter do these ladybug things. The ladybugs, when they show up, that's good luck. So, going back to what I was saying, woo, nigga, you about to fly off? Going back to what I was saying, that we know in this community, people be having issues, right? Somebody said it's a purple punch kind of night. Man, ain't it? I'm about to chew me some mushrooms and just go in the zone. It's that type of night. But back to what I was saying, that if you're in the community and you got mental issues, you might not want to reach out to somebody that's in your state trying to become a network. You know what I'm saying? You should be doing the preliminary things. Now, in the next few months, maybe in a year or two, there are going to be like some new protocols that are going to be advantageous to what we call the neophytes. The neophytes will be the new people coming in, like, you know, freshmen in the school and whatnot. And hold on a minute. Let me go get my daughter. Bella. Bella. Y'all give me 1 minute, man. I gotta show my daughter this ladybug. She was all upset because I had to go upstairs because she was throwing coconuts around and whatnot. We trying to get some peace and quiet. Look who showed up. Trying to put the flashlight on. You see? He was on my finger. So let it live. I'm not gonna bother it. Okay? You wanna pick it up or something? Alright, go and grab it. Yeah. So will this platform address the bigger beefs in the resolutions? What bigger beefs? Dr. Wesley uploaded whose video? Oh, you got it? Okay. So, will an example be set tonight? An example of what remote control knocks? What example are you looking for? You know what I'm talking about. Will we win this versus tonight? Speak on mushrooms and its benefits. There's a lot of requests in the chat room. Y'all asking for a lot of stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I don't know if I'm on push button notification like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need incentives. You know, we just don't it don't work like that. But thank you. Somebody says salute to the music catalog that you're building. I want to get into that. You know, I want to get into what I'm learning about the music business while I'm in Atlanta. My eyes have been opened up to a whole nother aspect of the music game that coincidentally nobody in New York ever talked to me about. You know what I'm saying? Like, they willingly kept that conversation out of the conversation. They didn't include that in the quote unquote narrative. They're not telling you in New York the ins and outs of the music business. They're telling you that let's do music, but a lot of people in New York won't tell you about the business of the music game. Writing, publishing, you know, royalties, a lot of the things that everyone, they should be, how dare we allow these artists to enter into this music business and nobody is teaching them the business. You hear them always say, well, music is 10% music, 90% business. Give me a channel where they're giving you the business. Please. Give me a channel. Let me know who's giving the business. Because even Dame Dash is not giving out the business. He's talking about it, but he's not giving you the specifics. He's not giving you the rundown of the business. Happy birthday, or that the Cash App right there. You know, I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a father. I'm a Renaissance man. I'm a builder. You know what I'm talking about? I'm out here building, and I'm putting the community on the back. So, you know, let's make it right. You know, let's make it right. They're asking in the ABS tribe. What are they asking? What are they asking in the ABS tribe? KT dropped a nice piece of science with Billy. It's about time, you know. Salute to Billy Carson. It's about time they did something together, you know. KT know what he doing, you know. So, about the music industry. Okay. So in the ABS tribe, shout out to Brother Ben X and the rest of his tribe and whatnot. I believe Earn Your Leisure speaks on some of the things, but are we truly being taught about where the real money is in this music? Do we know about BMI and ASCAP? Do we know about Song Trust? Do we know how to basically really get the bag? Do we know how to sign a deal with a distribution label and demand, you know, $100,000 and up based off of your following, based off of the numbers that you already come to the table? There's so many ways. Do we know about mechanical royalties? Do we know about how to start a label? Do we know about how to start up a business account? So if I wanted to sign somebody for $100,000, $500,000, or $1 million, if I wanted to sign Cambada tomorrow, how do I go about doing that? What is the key to doing that? How do I become an owner? How do I own my masters? How do I buy other people's masters? How do I buy up a whole company that owns masters so I could own their masters like Michael Jackson was buying up catalogs? Who's having this conversation? And why doesn't the Jay-Z's and these moguls and whatnot, where are the workshops at? They got Drink Champs. They got all of these shows. Vlad is interviewing black men on how they kill other black men. But is Vlad asking black men who've been jerked and been raped in the music industry how to protect these teenagers and these little babies and the people who can't even read? You got illiterate MCs and whatnot. They don't know nothing. They don't even know how to write their own rhymes. So they out there mumbling shit. Do they know anything about the business? Or is it still perpetuating itself? Is it still a dog eat dog situation? Is it still raping you records and nothing has changed? Because I promise you, if I wasn't, if individuals didn't take me under their wing on this go around while in Atlanta and pull me to the side and be like, chill, Red, I'm gonna get you to the real bag. Not this other shit is peanuts. This little mixtape shit that y'all doing, this ain't money, right? This is not the bag right here. This is a hobby. Hobbies don't pay. Hobbies don't pay. I'm gonna show you how to get TV and movie money. This shit that you're doing, that's cute and everything, but you're not gonna get no money off of that. You can't leave nothing to your babies. What you gonna leave them, a mixtape? What you gonna leave them, a mixtape? They're not teaching us how to get our intellectual property correct. We don't have the certain ISP codes. There's certain codes. You don't got the trademarks. You don't have the copyrights correct. You don't know about tokenizing your work. You're not even on the blockchain. You're not even selling your shit for crypto. Who's buying CDs anymore? I'm selling them. You know what I'm talking about? I'm selling CDs and I'm getting a lot of sales for them. I appreciate all of the sales for the CDs. But who the fuck got a CD player? Who's listening to the CDs? I really wonder. Who is purchasing hard copies of a CD? The computers don't even have CD players. This Mac that I'm on a Mac. This Mac don't even got no CD player. So I could buy your CD, but it's just to look at it. Or to crush up some trees on the shit. You know what I'm talking about? Because the CDs are still weed plates. But other than that, it's not like I could put it in the car's push button start. There's no CD player in the car. The aux cord. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta even have an aux cord. So we're still in the throes of, figuring this shit out. And then enter the streaming industry or the whole thing of streaming. Streaming is like, it's not as simple as you think it is. There's money to make in streaming, but it ain't where it's at. It's not where it's at. And the game is to be sold. I'm really not about to give it up like that. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what I'm here for. Just not out here to give away. I'm not pitching pearls. Let's be clear. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not doing that. That was one of my birthday wishes, to stop pitching pearls. Not pitching pearls. I'm saying that for the ones who are knowledgeable about this industry, we owe it to our people. We owe it to our network. We owe it to the up and comers to teach them the truth. And when I learn the truth, I'm going to teach it. I'm just a student right now, to be honest with you. I'm in class. I'm learning as I go along. And when I get that, when the check come in, because, we from the show me state, people want to see that shit. They don't want to hear about it. They want to see the bag. So when it works out, I'll let you know. But what I do know is that the New York music industry is trash. All of these backpack rappers and these broke niggas in New York that be doing music, they're not about no kind of business, bro. That's what I walk away realizing. They don't know business. They out here in Atlanta doing different kinds of business, bro. And you would think that New York would have their shit together because that's the home of hip hop. And damn near every single artist from New York has gotten washed up by the record labels. They got washed. They got drowned. They got drowned. So you would really think that New York City would be adamant about not being jerked by the small hats, not being jerked by the record labels, not being jerked by these majors and whatnot. But still in all, it still happens. So I'm looking into tokenization. I'm looking into how to apply the blockchain to physical products. I'm looking at digital products because there is no more physical. The only thing really popping in physical is merch. The merchington. You know what I'm talking about?
Hi.
Hey. You know, the merch. Yeah, this part, that part. Yeah, Sabi Genesis, sock it to my pocket, right?
Mm-hmm.
That part. You know, the merch. You know, what? Look out for the Red Summer merch. It's in the mail. It's on its way.
Summer.
Yeah, the who?
Red Summer.
That part. Yeah. Yeah. My manager, Pig Pill, she's like, look, you gotta pay. You sock it to my pocket. Cause how many rooms of the house you want? How many?
100.
How many?
100.
That's right. She want a 100-room mansion. She seen Madam CJ Walker with it. She like, look, Pink Pill could get the 100. You know, Billy, she could get the 100-room mansion. You know what I'm talking about? It's doable. So we not here to play no games. Like, you know, I'm 45. I'm Colt 45, Billy D, nigga. So it's a different game. Different game.
Different.
Yeah.
Different.
Somebody said that this naga say Sabi Genesis. Yes, that's what the shirt. This is Sabi Genesis. It all started.
Genesis.
Right. It started with Sabi.
That's
So Bella want 100 rooms.
100.
100. That's right. And we are putting that into the universe because this is that time. Yeah, Saturn and Jupiter is aligned. What you talking about?
Everything.
Lined up. It's us. Yeah, it's all in alignment. We lit. You know what I'm talking about?
Lit.
That's right.
With the lit sign.
Yeah. Somebody said put on an interlude. You already know she's going on an interlude. She's going on a bonus album, Mary. Thank you for that. She's getting her because I know about publishing now. Every single album that I put out, my children will have their voice on it. They will get a publishing check. They will have points. She'll be an executive producer on the next project, and so will Omari, and so will Amir. That's how. If you want to show somebody love, get them a BMI check. If you say that you love the homies, put them on your album and make sure they get a check. I want to say thank you to Kambada because he made sure to show his gratitude and his gratefulness.
Grateful.
He put me on his album. LSD. There's nothing else that I could ask for because that's a recurring royalty.
Royalty.
Yeah, they will always be there.
Yeah, they'll always be there.
You know, that's the intellectual property that I speak of. It's one aspect of it. It's one aspect of it, but there's other aspects of it. You know, if you out there and you doing podcasts, I'm giving you free game right now because it was given to me, so I'm giving it to you. If you have a podcast, you could chop up your podcast.
Chop up the podcast.
You could put a beat underneath it, an original beat, not an instrumental that's already industry. Chop it up into a skit. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. You know, and you upload that to Apple, Tidal, Spotify. You could make 100 clips.
100.
Right?
And I mean 100.
100.
And I mean 100.
Factory. You could get with a producer and you could make your speech. Speak your speech.
Let's speak up. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, speak your speech. You could put your speech whatever it is that you are saying, because it's poetry. You have music. You could be writing. You could be writing a love song. You could be talking some intellectual. You could be dropping down. You could be dropping gems, and that's a check. That's a check. Put 100 of them out.
100.
Put a song out a day. 365 songs a year.
300.
Nobody can stop you because there is no more labels that are dictating when the artist can release their music, because we live in a day and time when you could just upload something to SoundCloud, DistroKid, you know what I mean? And you can go viral. Movie. Viral. Facts. That part. So yeah, that can happen. You know what I mean? And I highly encourage anybody out there that has content to do that. No, you don't have to do that. She here with the Jeezy ad-libs. Remember how Jeezy had the ad-libs? That's the pink pill right there with the red pill ad-libs. That part. So I'm encouraging y'all to. Somebody said my joint is looking like Minecraft. It's not good reception. Y'all don't. Is it pixelating? Because this shit looks clear where I'm at. You know what I'm talking about? Hold on. Let's see. Network. What are you talking about?
There's some pink pill X, some pink pill network, some pink pill. Today we just made a new pink pill internet bubbled by me.
Oh, it's pixelated, Asa? What?
Is pink pill not good?
It's Why you ain't tell me that from the beginning? Hold on. Watch out, baby. We gotta go upstairs. Take this. They said that it's pixelated.
No.
Alright. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought we was crystal clear. Give me a minute though.
Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, we be back. Take out the plug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. Take out the plug.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I thought I was the only one that was hungry.
A little blurry is good. I didn't nah. They like your voice is clear. That's not good enough. No, that's not good enough. We need clarity in this thing. Give me 1 minute.
We need all of it.
Yeah, we need all of it. We coming for everything.
We'll be back. Let's just mute our mic.
Somebody said bump something till then.
Wait, what?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Don't bump your head. You're silly. All right, let me play Sherman Hemsley again.
Just listen. Just listen, my brothers and sisters. I like being
I'll do it.
I'm hungry.
Pass me that.
Pass me on. Pass me. Money, pass me.
That cord.
Pass me. Money. What cord? Are you ready?
Turn that off. Shout out to Sabir.
I want to know.
Yeah, how we looking now? Talk back to me.
Come on, how we looking? Back on, back on.
How we looking?
How we looking? Back on. Let's go back on. And because
Yeah, how we look? How we looking? Is it pixelated still?
what was it?
We good?
Good.
All right, all right. Gotta make sure we good, man. No pixelation.
They say you good.
Yeah, no pixelation. And check them out. Shout out to all of my Patreons. Yeah, so redsummer.com. In case anybody wants to go and get that album, it'll be there for you. Yeah, you got the physical copy. But like I was saying, you know, we are going to be rolling out more information about the
The big 100.
we're gonna be rolling out more information about what we're gonna be doing with the album in terms of its digital release and the options that we'll be exploring and whatnot. I'm talking
I'll be
about.
back.
Where you going? Okay. So there's some more announcement. There's a lot of other things that are going on. You know, thank you for everybody with the birthday wishes. I really appreciate that. You know, it was a very, to be honest with you, I didn't really do too much. I spent this birthday in retrospection. I was doing a lot of reflecting. You know, am I putting the album on vinyl? Yeah. I will. Yeah, I will be doing that. You know, I will be putting it on vinyl, and I'm going to be looking at a red cassette because I want to give it the red tape treatment. We have an upcoming lecture at the end of December.
End of December.
entitled American Gods 44. Red Pill featuring special guests. I'm not announcing who the guest is. It's you? Okay. But if you know anything about the 44, then you might be able to guess who the special guest will be. American Gods 44 is going to be wrapping up the whole year of 2020. And it's going to be covering a lot of stuff that's going on. We're not really going to get too much into the politics. We leave that up to all of you political experts that never got anything right. You know what I mean? You know, all of the QAnon clones out there that's running around with the goofy ass information that they got. But we'll leave the politics up to the people that are trying to be political. And we're going to stick to the metaphysics. We're going to stick to the occult. We're going to stick to the facts. My nigga. We're going to stick to the cloth talk.
Cloth.
You know, it's been a while since we've done anything on a webinar base, or it's been a while since I've even done a lecture, you know, and we got to bring it back.
Just been sleeping.
Yeah, we've just been sleeping. I've been knocked out. I've been asleep. You know, I've been doing Melanin Mondays
Every weekend.
every Monday, really.
Every Monday at 6:40.
Evan Street.
Evan Street. I'm always there.
Always. My co-host, you know.
640 West.
It will be a live lecture. Yeah, she's taking notes. I think you should be too. It's gonna be a live lecture, preferably maybe in Atlanta. It's gonna be after the December 21st conjunction, right? The alignment that takes place. This is gonna be on December 28th, which is a Monday. So it may be a Melanin Monday lecture, which is different than what we've been doing at Melanin Monday. This is going to be a full lecture where it's going to be a slideshow. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be treated.
So it's going to be new?
Well, what we do on Mondays is a showcase. Mm-hmm. You know how they have people doing music.
Music and...
Yeah, they do networking.
So what are we going to do this Monday?
No, this Monday, on December 28th, we're going to do a straight lecture. It's going to be set up differently. You know what I mean? Daddy is going to be doing a lot of teaching. Yeah, me. Your daddy. That part. So, yeah, you know, the link is in the description. I don't know if America is going to be locked down by the end of December. Anything for the babies involved. Yeah. So I don't know if there's going to be lockdown, but if there's lockdown, we're going to be still doing it. We're not going to let anything stop us from teaching. Say period.
Anything.
Yeah, anything. Yeah. No weapon formed. Yeah, that part. Yeah. So we're not going to let nothing stop the information from coming out. Henceforth, why we'll be doing it as a live webinar, but I'm going to have a live audience, right?
A live audience?
Yeah, I'm going to have a live audience, but it's also going to be available to anybody around the world. I have a global audience. I'm not just a local teacher and whatnot. I have a global audience, so I have to feed my global audience through the technology that's available, and it's called live stream. So if there's anybody that's really trying to tap in, I'll see you when you pull up. You know what I'm talking about? And, you know,
does it end?
It starts at 7 p.m. It's going to end around midnight. Tuesday morning. You was there for me. You was there when I did the first Fear of a Blackamoor Messiah at Nicholas In Brooklyn. Yeah, it was you and the mayor. Remember when you and the mayor came to my lecture?
Oh, you lectured me and Emil came and we was like,
That's right. Yeah, that's a legendary lecture. Super duper. Legend. So, yeah, that part. Let's talk about the title of Thursday, Third Eye Thursday, because as you know,
like this.
the verses is on the way, and I'm not gonna be on YouTube. I'm gonna be watching some ignorant shit go down.
He's gonna be watching the YouTube.
That's right. So let me show you something. I put this on my Instagram page.
We're gonna show you.
Right?
Today. We're gonna show you.
We're gonna show you. I can sing. We're gonna show you. Right? So boom. I did, as we all know, last week in the world of hip hop, it was a very tragic week. It was my birthday week.
It was his birthday week.
Right? And one of my bros, or one of my doppelgangers, who happens to be born on my very same day, on my birthday. He's not born in the same year, but he's born on the very same day. And his name is Boozy. Boozy, yeah, Boozy Badass. For anybody that is unfamiliar, right, with the young god. I'm gonna need some mods in here because they in here spamming, talking about they got $5,000 on their Cash App. These are the new Nigerians, you know what I'm saying, with these damn scams. So I'm gonna need a moderator to clean up. So the Scorpion energy was very heavy last week. If anybody is an astrologist in the wings, if you're like an astrologist in training, if you're a cosmophysicist in training, Boozy, all right? Somebody corrected me. It's not Boosie. It's Boozy.
Boozy.
All right? Boozy Badass. He got shot in his leg, and he got diabetes, so there was talk of him losing his leg. He's been embroiled in a rap beef that's turned into a rap war. This turned into a gang war. This turned into, a street war because it's crossing the borders. Now, they said about a dozen people have gotten clapped in Texas, both in Dallas, Fort Worth, and I think as far as Houston, over this beef that has taken place. And I'm going to get into it real quick, right? So I made a discovery the other day when I was breezing through, right? And I was looking at back to what I was saying. If anybody's into astrologics or anything astrology wise, you need to go talk to your teacher about last week. And that lesson alone, you could learn about a year's worth of information in all of the shootings that took place. Yeah, Benny got hit in Houston. Boozy got hit in Dallas. Mo 3 got hit in Dallas. And King Von got hit in Atlanta. Right? These are all tied into Gucci and Jeezy. These are all tied into trap rap. These are all tied into the fact that the GDs and the BDs, the Bloods and the Crips and all of that done went nationwide. We know that these gangs got their notoriety during Colors, because I just watched an interview where they were having they were interviewing somebody in Dallas, and he was talking to MC8, right? It's a podcast that they have on the West Coast with gangbangers, right? Some what up, Asa? You saying that Gucci and Jeezy Ben had beef? Just walk with me, light up, roll up, and light up. Walk with me. I'm gonna take you somewhere real quick before you get, before we plug into the game, because it's really a game that we watching. This versus is like a game, and these games have real bodies attached to them. This is blood sport. This ain't basketball. This not NBA. This is bodies. You know what drill culture is? It's called a blood sport. Meaning that if I follow a drill rapper and that drill rapper have beef with another rapper, I'm invested in seeing that other rapper get drilled one day. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about a leg shot. I'm talking about a head shot, because that's what they playing right now. They playing blood sport. It's a body game. So if I like Pop Smoke, if I'm riding with Pop Smoke, if I say Pop Smoke forever, then it's death to the Blickies. Just haphazardly. It just comes with the game. So now you have a culture, a subculture of the culture where babies, because these are little children, you got the little babies, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
7,
13, 14,
7,
15, 7, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, all the way up to 45. Because people my age is invested in King Von. They invested in Chief Keef. They invested in Pop Smoke, Fabio Foreign, 22 G's, Nas Blicky, Nick Blicky, all of them.
Oh.
They have grown folk invested in them. And when you invest in these artists, you're investing in murder. You're investing in black on black crime. You're investing in the fact that one of their ops have to die. They have to. You cannot keep putting out music. You can't keep talking that talk. You can't keep doing shows. You can't keep popping up anything until you handle your scandal. And we know what that is. Now, I'm not about to get on Mark Zuckerberg's Instagram, or I'm not finna get on Liar Cohen's YouTube and start talking that talk and kicking over garbage. I'm not dry snitching. All of what I'm saying is going to be public information. Right?
Right.
But they playing for keeps. And the most impressionable minds on this planet are playing with them. These artists have millions of followers. When I was watching King Von's interview when he was alive and DJ Academics was interviewing him, go and watch the interview and read the comment section. It was NBA Youngboy all day. Nobody was in there saying, oh, good point, or I hear what you, no, they was spamming it heavy. NBA Youngboy, I hope he kills you. Da 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 da. NBA Youngboy, NBA Youngboy. And then you dealing with a situation where they've trained our babies, they've trained the youth, they've trained the culture to straight disrespect the dead. I'm smoking on this, I'm smoking on that, I'm smoking on this pack, I'm smoking on that pack. Do you know what the implications of that means in the ancestral realm? Do you know what that means in the karmic realm? Do you know what that means? Do you know that's why these rappers are dropping dead? They're summoning Candyman. Who saw Candyman? You cannot bring about, you can't, Baton Rouge, a civil war right now, low key. It's not low key. We already know what's going on in the streets. We already know what's taking place. The wars in Baton Rouge and it's in Dallas. There's a war taking place. And it's not on social media. It started on social media, but it's really in the streets. So in Candyman, when you call on the dead, he's gonna come and visit you. When you summon the dead, they're gonna visit you. Nas said that hip hop is dead. He didn't say rap is dead. He said hip hop is dead. He cursed the culture. And at the point when he said it, he was on top because he had bodied Jay-Z with Ether. So the ball was in his court. So he said that hip hop is dead. Everything after Nas' statement has been zombie mode. Everything after hip hop is dead, it's been hip hop in the afterworld or hip hop underworld or hip hop. These niggas are zombies. This is a different iteration of hip hop. It's all deaf culture now. Hip hop is dead. Now we in a deaf culture where deaf is celebrated. Dead rappers get better promotion. So this is what I found out, and this is what I pulled up. I said, yo, it's no coincidence that every single artist that got shot last week was signed to Empire Records. Empire has Mo 3, right? Empire got Benny the Butcher, right? And Empire got King Von, right? And vicariously, they dealing with Boozy because Mo 3 is Boozy artist. So, and Boozy independent. So I'm trying to see if Empire is one of his subsidiary labels and whatnot. Oh, they just sent me a thing. Versus started the live video. Hold on. Versus started the live video. We got to tap in a minute.
We'll be back.
So is Empire, yeah, Empire, New York is definitely the Empire State. So I'm not saying that Empire put the hit out. I know who killed King Von. I know who killed Mo 3, right? And I'm sure I know who clapped Benny the Butcher. It ain't nobody from Empire. But what I'm speaking about with Empire is the fact that these labels are signing at risk, gang banging, drug dealing, right? Drill rappers. They're taking out insurance policies on these rappers who are at risk. Think about it. How the hell could a record label give anybody any money who's a known drug dealer or a known gangbanger? And these companies got shareholders. You cannot just willingly give anybody millions of dollars without some kind of insurance. Bro. These people are at risk. They're high risk. They're beyond risk. You know what I'm talking about? They're beyond risk. So the label already knows I'm going to sign the drill rapper before I sign the rapper talking about saving lives. I'm going to sign the gang banger before I sign Chance the Rapper, because I'm going to fare better business-wise if this rapper gets clapped up or if this rapper claps somebody, because they're going to stream the album more. YM Melly. Okay? They're going to stream the album more.
Remember that.
YM Melly.
Remember that.
Right? And if he get clapped up, they're going to buy the album more. Juice World, Pop Smoke. Okay? Dead rappers are getting better promotion in deaf culture. They're going to believe you more when you're dead. King Von he's streaming now more than he streamed when he was alive. Why is that? He was going heavy on the promo. He was trying to get y'all to listen to his music. It's only when he got bodied. I was in the spot the other night and they played his music. It didn't even feel right. I couldn't even do the two-step. It's too early. It's too early. They killed him, and they playing his music, right? They playing I got the story of O Block or whatever, something about him drilling somebody. And I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm like, I'm not dancing to this. No disrespect to the God. I'm not dancing to that in the club to celebrate him being bodied. He got bodied in Atlanta.
No.
Right? A lot of this stuff happened in Atlanta during the Jeezy era when Big Meech and Wolf had that shootout. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of things began to go, for T.I. talking about don't come to Atlanta with this and that. Shut up. They already was coming out here with that smoke. You got a goddamn trap museum, fam. What are you talking about? What is the trap promoting? What is the trap promoting? I'm just saying, when you think about it, what is the trap promoting? Is it promoting who killed more people, the trap or vaccines? Let me know. For all you niggas lined up, about to get your COVID vaccine, and y'all talking about you not about to take the vaccine. Who has put more black people in jail? Who has killed more people? Was it the trap lifestyle, some snowman shit, or was it the vaccine that they about to put out? Let me know.
Last one.
Let me know. Was it deaf? Was it deaf music? Was it shit hop and deaf culture? Or was it the vaccines? Was it Moderna and Pfizer? Who did it first? Because they about to come and clean y'all up. But who cleaned you up first? When Gucci caught that body, Gucci got hot.
Put it in the chat.
I wasn't listening to Gucci Man like that. But when he caught that body, I was like, let me get his mixtape. Throw that in the bag. Let me hear 745 with the Gucci interior.
Somebody say it.
It started becoming interesting because he was believable, because he was really out there drilling niggas. That's what this culture is now. So there is, there's an intricate connection between these Mandingo fights that we love to see. And to be honest with you, I'd rather see our people take it out with their music and with their hands rather than with this lead or with these pistols on these poles and whatnot, because there's no bouncing back once you get your shit Peter rolled. There's no coming back. There's too many people in pain in the industry. It's too much. There is gonna be no peace. There can't be any peace if there's drill rap, because with drill rap, it's always gonna be a new body. With drill rap, there's always gonna be somebody that's finna be they got a bag on their head. With drill rap, there's always the threat of somebody clapping at you. So how could anybody talk about peace in the industry or peace in rap? And these old people are still pushing these little babies to kill each other. They're not stepping in and being big homies. They're not saying, I understand that there's bodies and whatnot. Meek Mill tried to do that and he got shut down, because I don't think that Meek Mill, his position is not one. They don't believe in him because he's not believable. He's not believable. He's not the one to do it. He can't speak for the trap. He can't speak for the hood right now. He's suspect. They don't see him like that. Yeah, that was me in the studio last night. He's not believable. Oh yeah, check this out. I did a bomb interview with Necessary Blackness. Go and check out Necessary Blackness. We just did that yesterday. You know what I'm talking about? That's fire.
It's the fly.
You don't follow drill politics. All right. You don't go outside. You don't follow drill politics. That's cool. But let me share something with you.
I just need you to do one thing.
What's that? Let me share one thing with you. I have a brother. I have a comrade, right? He's in Chicago. He's in the community teaching and everything, right? His son, his firstborn, is going through some things right now. And I'm not trying to talk nobody business on the internet, but real life shit. You feel me? So the drill culture is affecting grown folk. They got children and they got nephews and nieces and whatnot. So you might not understand the politics, but to be honest with you, the people that I teach is in the trenches. The people that I teach, they in the streets and they got to deal with that. So, that's who I'm speaking to. They understand what I'm talking about.
They should care.
That's facts. And I know that a lot of y'all out there are too cool to care about the babies and whatnot. And y'all don't, they too cool. They too cool. They don't like humanity or, the babies. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But I'm out here because I got children. I got a 13-year-old. I got young pink pill.
7-year-old.
7-year-old. And I got a 7-month old Omari. So I can't ignore the culture. Like I'm too cool or something. Like I know so much that I can't talk about, you know, these babies that's out here drilling each other because they really going in on each other. So the verses between Jeezy and Gucci, it's on right now. I'm finna tap into it, and I want to see what's gonna come out of that. Who do I get winning? I think Gucci Man is gonna walk all over ice cream or snow cone. Just a different kind of energy. And he married a black woman, and she bad. So it's game over for Gucci. I mean, Jeezy. He got hits and whatnot. He's gonna bring the feeling back, and that feeling is gonna return. That BMF feeling, that feeling that got Atlanta where it's at right now. That feeling that raised the body counts. The feelings that got a lot of the trapper niggas doing 80 years and whatnot. The feeling they got the boys from New Orleans kicking down doors in Atlanta, tying people up. The feeling that brought the Brooklyn shooter, the stick up kids out here to stick the drug dealers up. That feeling is what's running hip hop right now. That feeling, BMF, the whole BMF era is what hip hop is right now. Started in 03. It ain't changed. Nothing changed. It's this. We still in Big Meech's dream. You know. So it's gonna be interesting. You know, this is trenches. This is trench politics. But this is the root to a lot of these gang wars. You know, when Jeezy came on the scene, they brought that GD shit to Atlanta, heavy. When BMF came on us, they brought a lot of that gang life to the Bloods and the Crips was already around, but now you got GDs. You know what I mean? It's an interesting mixture. So, like in New York, you got Bloods and Crips banging on. They banging on BDs and GDs. The Woo versus the Chews. We didn't have that issue before in New York. We didn't have no GDs and BDs in New York like that. That came as a result of Jeezy's run. Jeezy brought that to a New York he brought that along with his rap. And it's still here. And it's not growth and development. They're not doing it for growth and development. It's not community revolutionaries in progress. It's not brotherly love overriding oppression. That's not what that is. That's not what we see in our hoods right now. We know what we see. It's gangster disciples in the hood. And they going in. You know? So I'm not gonna be here long. Like I said, we have more things that are coming up. Announcements. December 12th. I gotta share this flyer. We got December 12th. We're going to Puerto Rico for the holistic entrepreneurs. You know what I mean? We're going to heal. The second day, we're going to do some plant-based medicines. And the first day, we're going to be dealing with a boot camp for our holistic entrepreneurs. Supernova Slum, my sister Karma Soul, my other sister Rain, and Red and Blue Pillar. We're going to be there speaking about entrepreneurship, holistic, yes, and Pink Pill, entrepreneurship through holistic brands, right? Not just a regular old, no, entrepreneurship through holistic brands, right? The branding, yes, what's really important. You know, the brands are proven. The brands have information that they could share with you because the brands have been out there. They're proven. Blue Pill has Gold Water. Supernova has Super Mega. I got Kings County. I have Know the Ledge. There's different brands that we're going to be speaking of. We're going to be in San Juan. San Juan. You're the Pink Pill. That's your brand. You're gonna have your jewelry. You're gonna have your little clothing and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about?
So I'm working on what I'm trying to work on is that I'm trying to work with clothing, lip gloss, even my own candy.
Oh, you want your own candies?
No, me and my mommy actually when I was with her we talked about with candies too.
That's fire.
Candies, lip gloss.
Lip gloss. That's fire. I like lip gloss. You know, it got to
Yeah.
be vegan lip gloss, of course.
Yeah.
No pork on your lips.
Lip gloss and the jewelry.
Dope. We're gonna get that started. You know, this is a young entrepreneur in the making. Still in training, yes, but nevertheless, you're about to graduate with honors. You're about to graduate with honors. You know what I'm talking about? She's doing very good in Atlanta. The community is gonna graduate her with flying colors. You know, she's definitely doing her thing. You know, I'm very proud of her. She makes daddy proud. I've always said that my children are going to be greater than me. That's my goal in life. I don't know what everybody else's goal is. I don't have too many things on my bucket list that's left over. But to make sure that my progeny does greater than me, because when I was 7 years old, I had the opportunity to do great things with Dr. Sebi, and I did not. Okay, I didn't. I kind of flaked on that shit, you know. And in hindsight, I only have myself to deal with that. You know, it still eats me up to this day.
But sometimes whatever you wish for comes true, and sometimes it doesn't.
That's right. Your son asked me if I was blind. Do I? I mean, I'm looking around. Do I? No, I'm not blind. You know. Yes, things that you wish for do come true,
and some don't.
Well, my wish is for my children to be better than me. So where I was at 7 years old, I just met Dr. Sebi at 7. Your age, you're 7 right now. So I was exposed to Baba Sebi, Alfredo Bowman, the big doc, the big homie. Hold on.
You got it showing up right here.
The big homie. Yeah, Sebi Genesis. Right? When I was your age, I had just went to St. Croix. Right? I had went to St. Croix. And oh yeah, and I got my own brand of glasses coming soon too. For the young man that asked, it was like I always got on my shades. Yeah, we have Kings County Eyewear coming very soon. Look out for that. It's going to be very fleeky. If you know how we keep the shades and the spectacles.
We got them cheeky.
But when I was your age, I met Dr. Sebi
7.
in St. Croix. I was in St. Croix. I was on another island. I was in the tropics, barefoot. And we was drinking coconuts. See the coconut you just broke earlier?
I didn't want to break it.
But you was trying to break it by slamming it.
I almost break it.
No, you cracked it though. I was exploring doing the same exact thing. Look at watch your children and see how much they're just like you.
Just breaking the coconut?
Like real talk. Look at the behaviors that your children do at their age, and ask your parents and your uncles and aunts and whatnot, or your whatever family members can remember. Say, when I was my child's age, was I asking the same kind of questions? Was I as smart as them? Was I exploring certain type of things? My creativity, my imagination. We got to take an assessment about where we were versus where they are. You feel me? Because she's advanced.
Let me tell you, the creativity that your kids have come from your parents.
You see, she's in school. She's learning. She's out here soaking it up. They're gonna be greater than us, y'all. And it's my duty to make sure. It's not my duty to make sure. It's my duty to make sure she's greater than her father. And by doing that, I could help other children, right? I could help other parents and whatnot, But when I focus on my baby, and I focus on my babies, my children, and I make sure I put them in a position to where they're going to be in a better position than I was in, you know, because like I said, he came with an opportunity. He saw the light in us at 7. The same way that I see the light in not just Bella, I see the light in King, which is my friend's secret son. He's about 11. How old is King? 12? 11. I see the light in a lot of children. So my thing is the same way, because when he saw the light in us, what took over? Rap music. You know, of that day. It was Colors, NWA, Ice Cube, right? It was all.
Sometimes he be in his room rapping, and I be looking through his door secretly. I been peeking through his door. I see him rapping and even dancing.
Really? You should come and dance with me. You got bars too. We're gonna keep that.
I see him rapping and dancing in his room. I be peeking through his door, and I'm just going to when I be going through.
Yeah, bro. You know.
and I.
If you got bars, bring them. If you got bars, we could do our own versus battle.
I do.
You need to get your lyrics together, because when you come through that door, you better be ready. I'm in full battle mode. Bars. You don't want none of this. I thought so. Anyway, these you know, Dr. Sebi saw something in us. We, on the other hand, saw something in rap music in the streets that we ventured in that direction, and we didn't venture in a direction that KT may have ventured in. We didn't venture in a direction that Mama Pill was venturing in. We didn't get into healing until later in life. I always have to make that clear. We did our little, you know, we was on our Young Jeezy stuff. We was doing our little thing, and we got caught up in that life. So I'm saying all of that to say that even if your children have strong influence at this instrumental, you know, this is the age where their brains are developing. So I can never forget Dr. Sebi, but we have to still figure out how we're going to intercede when they become teenagers and they want to go into a life of crime, or they want to go into a gang, or they want to go into the streets, because we don't have any type of rites of passage set up. So where else are they going to go? A lot of these young guys, the young brothers or the YGs, they don't have fathers. So where else they're going to gravitate to? It's going to be gang, because that's attractive. That's a brotherhood. They want to be down. They want to be accepted. They want to be ranked. They want to have rank and order. They want to climb the hierarchy ladder. So if we don't create one, they're going to find one to climb. And I'm going to end it on that. And I'm going to say that there's too many shootings going on, too much warfare going on in the hood. You know, I'm willing to get with the right elders, not no goofies, not nobody that never been outside, not no Democrats. You know what I'm saying? Not nobody that want to pray.
We don't trust those people.
Nah. None of the people from the church like that. That's not the language that I'm utilizing. I'm not talking to them per se. You know, I feel like those people, not no liberals, none of them. I don't trust any of them. I mainly, and primarily want to talk to somebody who might have came home from doing 25, a gang, a superior. You know, I want to talk to the boss. I don't want to talk to the work or the helpers. I don't deal with helpers. I want to talk to the top bosses. We need to sit down with the bosses.
Yeah, you see the one who.
Yeah, big bosses. Big bosses. All right, y'all. So we going to tap into some ratchetness real quick. Jeezy versus Gucci is about to start. Hey, almost a million. Hey, it's gonna be interesting. I'm about burying the hatchet. Hopefully, those two brothers can bury the hatchet and create some type of peace, because the black race needs to see that right now. Too much shooting going on, too much wars going on, too much conflict going on, too many people picking sides and taking sides. It's a lot of things. It's street politics that y'all might not even be aware of. Gang, gang. With that being said, make sure y'all go and order that album. Hit up that Cash App. You know what I'm talking about? You know, we are building. We in Atlanta.
Let's do it someone's birthday.
Yeah, that's right. We in Atlanta. We are building up. We got a movement out here. Go and ask somebody. If you don't believe it, come and do your research. You know what I mean? Like, we really doing things out here that you know, that to be honest with you, I don't see too many other people doing. And I'm not here to compare, but we're building. We're not sitting on our hands. I would ask you, for all of the people that y'all, what are they doing? Point me in a direction to your leader that's really doing something daily. Not somebody that pops out every other month. Nah, who's out there in the front lines putting in that twerk? You know? I just might not be following them. You know what I mean? I might be out the loop because I'm focused on other things. But when we ask questions, they don't give us the names that we trying to hear. I don't, you know, they're not giving us. I'm asking the streets. I'm asking not just the streets. I'm in the vegan spots. I'm in the Reiki bars. You know what I'm talking about? So it's all good though. You know what I mean? We gonna be all right. You know, we create our own destiny. Right, Bella? So with that being said, 1 million. Okay.
1 million.
It's at 1 million. For the culture. Right? For the culture.
1 million.
This would be the best time to dead some beef as OGs.
Hit it on.
You feel me? You know, I even have some hatches that I might have to bury, you know, before I move around talking about settling scores and things of that nature. You know, I gotta practice what I preach. So, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, we got this lecture coming up at the end of December. Tap in. I need y'all to be in the building. We're gonna be unloading a lot of information that we've been gathering all year. It's gonna be a chock full of information. It's gonna be loaded. So the link is in the description. The Red Summer is the album. Go and check that out. Yep. Go and check that out. You dig? And you know, Melanin Mondays, every Monday live in Atlanta. Every Monday, 640 Evans Street. Pull up, $20 at the door. You are going to be in for a very powerful night. You know, regardless of whatever Monday you come, there's always going to be somebody there that's going to raise the roof and shake the room. Yes, we shake the room. You feel me? We shakes the room. So yeah, with that being said, I'm out. Love and light to y'all.
Love and light. Peace.